And welcome to this IMC matchup between the Summit Storm and the Redmond Panthers girls basketball team. I'm Pierce Gordon. With me is Finley Gober.
Howdy, y'all.
We'll be your commentators for tonight as starting for the Storm, Ellie Barker, Kaylin Chris, Emerson Williams, Kennedy Ballum, and Dakota Toll.
Yeah, a little rematch tonight. These teams have met a couple times so far this season. Redmond's currently sitting at number 3 in the state and number 1 in the Intermountain Conference. Summit's sitting at number 14 in state and number 3 in the Intermountain Conference. So we'll see if the Storm can pull off an upset tonight.
Yeah, the Storm coming into this one, really 2 pretty bad losses to Redmond and looking to bounce back here as they've been on a winning streak as of late.
Yeah, this Storm team has seemed like completely reinvented. Those losses that they had earlier this season to Redmond kind of were like they would stick with them for the first half and then get into that second half and Redmond would kind of pull away. But Summit's been doing a much better job in the past couple of games, kind of playing like a full, consistent game. So it'll be interesting to see if they can pull that off tonight and stick in it all the way to the end.
Yeah, of course. As we get a foul there as Snow drives inside and picks up the and one. Not the start the Storm wanted. And that'll be Dakota Toll, her first, as Storm pick up their first foul. And they'll send Snow to the line shooting 1 to convert. And just off the front of the rim. And the Storm 6-5 in the IMC, just in front of Caldera, who's also 6-5 because they have the head-to-head win. And Redmond 10-1, their only loss at Mountain View.
There's a mid-range pull-up for Williams. Off the front iron, it's rebounded by Redmond. Here's a fast break. Open 3, passes it up. Pass inside to Snow, and she converts again. So that's 4 points already for Snow, and also 4 points, obviously, for the Panthers.
Yeah, pretty easy points there against Ellie Barker, one of the shorter Storm players. You do not want her playing defense in the paint.
Yeah. Toll from the corner. Not quite. Rebound from Barker. We're just talking about how she's shorter, but that was a great rebound.
Yeah, right place, right time, able to box her person out. And back up top to Ballum. She's gotten a lot more of a role as of late and really has proved herself as...
And second corner 3 won't go, and that's out of bounds. They're going to say it's off the Storm, so it'll be the Panthers' ball. 2 good looks from the same spot there for the Storm, just couldn't quite convert.
Yeah, 2 open threes in the corner, yeah, but still good looks there.
Here's the Panthers on offense. Some good defense from the Storm thus far.
As the Storm have been a victim of the slow starts as Williams...
There's a steal from Williams. And the finish should get the Storm on the board.
And as I was saying, the Storm are a victim of slow starts. Williams really changing that around, cutting the Redmond lead in half. As Redmond deadly from beyond the arc, but going into the inside game early with Snow as she travels.
Some early substitutions here from the Panthers.
As we see Snow on the inside, losing control, all over the place, and just travels.
Yeah, it's a tough situation to be in as a player because when you're kind of getting pushed around a little bit like that in the paint, you can lose your footing really easily.
The last Redmond Summit game we covered for girls basketball, refs really let them play.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good look for the Storm. Doesn't quite go, but it's out of bounds off the Panthers, so it'll stay with the Storm here.
Storm been, as of late, doing a really good job of just getting their hands where the ball is and forcing pressure on Redmond. As
Toll on the inbound finds Williams, drive inside, and her shot is blocked.
Even though it was blocked, I do like the drive inside there from Williams. Normally a high percentage look.
And almost an and one, but the layup won't quite fall, so that'll be 2 shots at the line for the Panthers. First free throw falls. And second one's off for Marlena Norton.
And a great rebound there from Williams, able to just corral that with one hand and slow it down and then bring the ball up.
Good job breaking down those double teams from the Storm.
As Toll trying to get it inside to Emerson. Finally does. Emerson fade away.
Beautiful shot from Williams. She has all 4 points for the Storm here. Only one to score thus far. And there's a block from Ballum, so here's a fast break. Ballum coming down the right baseline. And there's a floater from Barker, looking for the foul, but just gonna call that one out of bounds.
As the Panthers bringing the ball up, and Williams stepping out on defense and able to get the ball on the deck.
Almost steal number 2.
Storm unable to recover it.
And there's the block from Williams. Defensive exclamation. It's going to be out of bounds off her, so it'll stay with the Panthers, but some great defense from the Storm all around. Got the poke from Williams, and then Ballum also almost got a steal, and then Williams got the block as well.
Yeah, Storm's really starting off this game strong.
We're going to call that one a foul, so it'll be 2 shots at the line for the Panthers.
Number 20, Dakota Toll.
And Dakota Toll picking up her second, as now you see Lucy Cross going to check into the game after this shot for presumably Dakota Toll as she picks up 2 quick fouls.
Free throw good for Redmond number 42, Peyton Stewart.
Here's the early press from the Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers were really successful with the press in the last home game they played against Summit, but Ballum able to break through there.
Finds Cross outside. Cross with the mid-range pull-up. It's off, so it's rebounded by the Panthers, and here's a fast break.
Storm doing a good job of getting back on defense there. Redmond normally a three-point shooting team, but sticking to the inside game there.
Yeah, there's a floater from Kernoin.
And yet again, another one of the kind of slow storm starts that we see a lot from this team.
Sorry, correction. That floater was Aslan Yer, not Kernoin.
As Williams driving inside, picking up the foul, and Williams really putting the Storm team on her back so far.
On Redmond number 20, Aspen Morris. Summit number 12.
And first free throw won't fall for Williams.
As Redmond doing a full substitution.
Yeah, they did that a lot in the last game that we covered between these two teams.
Yeah, you don't really see that too often, especially from the number 3 team in the state doing a full substitution.
I mean, they have a very talented roster, so I don't blame them just, getting their starters some rest earlier in the game. They have not a big lead, but they have a lot of momentum, so.
Yeah, as the only one to remain in the game is Snow, as all 4 of the other girls checking out for the Panthers.
And Snow is open, but they're going to call a travel.
Both officials there on both ends of the court called that one. And really Redmond with the run a little pick play at the charity stripe and pick and roll off that, and they've been doing that a lot early on. It's been working so far for them.
And the Euro isn't quite converted, but what a beautiful move. Floater won't quite go for Yer. She just hit that same shot, and here's a 3 attempt for the Panthers. You betcha.
And that's what I was saying before. Panthers normally a three-point shooting team, and the inside game setting up the three-point for them.
Ballum keeps her composure in traffic. Williams on the outside finds Barker. Back to Williams. Here's a 3 attempt. Won't quite go.
And the Storm are going to need that to start falling if they want to keep in this one.
And that almost looks like a block, but not quite. They're going to call that one a foul, so it'll be Snow shooting 2.
As they're going to call Emerson on her first, and they appeared to call that one on the floor, on the rebound, not a shooting foul there.
Okay. Snow with a great move down below and a finish.
Yeah, the Storm are really going to need to be able to stop that one if they want to continue in this game.
And Barker loses the ball off a weird pass. Gets a tip, and they're going to call that one a foul.
Foul on Summit number 3, Ellie Barker.
Barker just coming in here, tipping the, appeared to get a lot of ball there.
Yeah, that's going to be foul number 5 for the Storm, so that's going to be 2 free throws, putting them in bonus.
As ball does not lie there as the first one rims out. As the Storm already digging themselves into a 9-point deficit, giving Redmond also the bonus, and really just a victim of the slow starts as we've seen.
And neither free throw is going to fall there for Carson Castro, and it's going to be out of bounds off the Panthers, so that's Summit basketball.
Yeah, Storm are really going to need some points here as Mallory Rosen checks in the game for Emerson Williams. Mallory's been pretty bright spot for this team so far this season, always bringing a smile to her face and always coming out with good energy.
Guys, she's also been a massive paint presence for them, especially on offense. She gets so many offensive rebounds, and there's a mid-range jumper. Yeah, we're just saying that Storm needed some points, and it's exactly what Chris did with a great shot there.
So it's going to be a turnover for Redmond as they step on the baseline. Redmond coach looked a little perplexed, but pretty clear from up here. As Redmond bringing out the press again, as Ballum's been pretty successful getting through it, as you see there.
She kind of just dribbles on the floor. She's really good at getting separation, and she's pretty fast with the ball as well. So
yeah.
And good pass there, but it's not quite wrangled by Chris, so it's going to be out of bounds off the Storm.
Yeah, I just feel like she wasn't ready for that one. Good pass there from Rosen, though.
And there's the 2-point attempt.
As they called that one a 3.
They called that 3, but it looked like 2 from here.
So we'll get another look at that one in a second.
It's going to be a foul on the floor.
That will give us a chance to look at the shot here. As Redmond dishing the ball out and then going up for the shot here, stepping into it.
And yeah, that foot is definitely on the line.
Yeah.
And there's a steal for Redmond. And oh my gosh, the chase down block from Ballum.
Wow, Ballum lost it on the offensive side of the ball and comes running back down and gets an amazing block. Wow.
There's a 3 attempt. Yeah, and it falls.
The block not working out for the Storm as...
Yeah, when that 3 goes up from this Panthers team, you can pretty much bet it's going to fall. And there's a floater from Cross, gets her on rebound. Barker finds the ball, mid-range jumper, you betcha.
Yeah, Storm just scrambling a little bit on offense, ends up working out for them there, but really need to get into that settled offense.
There's another 3 attempts. Another one. This 3-ball is falling for the Panthers. And that's going to end the first quarter with some back-to-back-to-back offense. 2 threes from the Panthers and a quick mid-range jumper from Barker for the Storm. Final score at the end of the first quarter is going to be 9-23.
As we'll take a look at the Storm highlights here in the first quarter. Really, the first one of that block there on the defensive side of the ball. And then, of course, Williams driving inside, getting the floater to fall. And then most recently, Ballum losing it on the offensive side of the ball, coming down and just able to get a massive block there. Unfortunately, Redmond capitalizing on the three-point on the other end of the ball. And we'll catch you at the conclusion of the first quarter. As starting the second quarter of basketball action here, Redmond will get the ball with a dominating lead over the Storm, 23-9. Storm playing better in this one than they did in the last Redmond matchup, but Redmond starting off a lot with the inside game, drawing the Storm defense in, and then dishing it out for three.
Yeah, on the Storm side of the ball, though, I mean, they're having like these highlight plays. Also on defense, they're having a lot of like really good plays, but this Redmond team is just overwhelming. It seems like every three they put up finds the bottom of the net, and they really set it up with the inside game as well. So it's really hard to be in the shoes of these Storm girls. I mean, they've played great defense on pretty much every team all year, but this team just seems like impossible to guard. And as I say that, here's some great defense from the Storm. 2 seconds to put a shot up and won't get one up, so it's going to be Summit basketball off the shot clock violation.
Very impressive defense from the Storm.
Locked down.
Yeah, as Redmond will go back to this press, as it's been pretty dominant for them in the first matchup. Not so much in this one, as they've only gotten really one steal off of it. Ballum's been able to beat it every time, as we see there.
Yeah, great pass from Ballum. And Rosen loses the ball.
And that's something the Storm can't afford to keep happening, especially down this much early in the second.
And there's Snow, of course, converting, and the and one.
And that's her second one of the night going inside. And she really opens up the whole court for the Redmond Panthers.
Yeah, she's the center of this offense because her presence inside demands so much attention that she opens up the perimeter for the Panthers shooters.
Yeah, only a freshman and already 6 foot. As 0 for 2 from the line tonight, is they're going to get a foul, and that's going to be on Williams. That's going to be Williams' second. So now Dakota Toll and Emerson Williams, both for the Storm, picking up 2 fouls. And I don't know, appeared to just be diving for the ball there.
There's a rebound from Williams after the missed Panthers shot.
Storm needing some points here. Either go to...
And Ballum splits the double team. Just cross up top, finds Williams, bad pass, and that's going to be out of bounds.
Yeah, the Storm team really just not what we've seen from them the past 3 games. On a 3-game winning streak against Ridgeview, Caldera, and Bend. And especially in that last Caldera game that we covered, looking very impressive. And it's just the turnovers are starting to haunt them again in this game.
Yeah, I mean, like we said before, though, this Panthers team is really tough. They're number 3 in the whole state of Oregon, and they're also number 1 in the IMC. There's a steal from Ballum. Bit of back and forth there between Ballum and Richmond.
And Ballum has really been impressive this game for the Storm. Ballum and Williams, in my opinion, the 2 best players so far this game.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot. And here's Williams down below. Good shot at it looks like a foul, so it's going to be 2 more shots for Williams, her second trip to the stripe.
Yeah, she's upset that she didn't get that one to fall, but really, Storm needing to get something to fall through the basket here, almost down 20. As Williams will have a chance to do that. So that will be Snow's first foul, and it's in the Storm's best interest to get her in foul trouble. As first one rims out for Williams.
Dakota Toll checks in for Keelan Christ. And both free throws off from the stripe, but Williams gets her own rebound. finds Ballum for the 3, and it rims out.
Just unfortunate there. Williams, normally a pretty high percentage free throw shooter. You see her work on free throws a lot and just unable to get both of them to fall there. Then the rebound, Ballum stepping out for the long 2, unable to get it.
And as we're talking about the long 2, there's the long 3 for the Panthers. And was that their 5th 3 so far?
And then a steal from the Panthers. The
And the
press
save.
now working really well for the Panthers as they dish it inside.
And there's another 3 attempt. That one's off.
That's going to be Storm ball, and that's the Panthers' first missed 3 this game.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And showing why they're 3rd in the state. I mean, no one in the IMC has really come close to touching the Panthers, of course, besides Mountain View, with a very dominating win at home, 79-52. But other than that, every other game's been pretty lopsided towards the Panthers, in the IMC at least.
Yeah, I mean, this Panthers team is 16-4 overall. They lost their first game, they lost their 3rd game, but after that, they went pretty strong. They had a bit of a close loss versus Lake Oswego, and then after that, I mean, they pretty much won everything except that Mountain View game. And there's another 3 attempts, and that one rims out.
There's a little bit of heat check there, and they're going to get a foul on Ballum, it appears, for the rebound. And yes, they're going to get Ballum. Yeah, get Ballum on a push there. Because the officials were really letting these players play in the first and then really tighten it up in the second. As the Storm already with 3 fouls, Panthers with 2.
Good defense in the corner from Richwine, and there's another block from Williams, her 2nd of the game, from pretty much the same spot every time.
He has Emerson inside in the paint here, just going up and getting the block. The Storm are going to need a lot more of that. Down 19 if they want to come back in this one.
And Williams finds the ground, gets right up, and then looked like a block to me, but they're going to call that one a foul. Was that her 3rd foul?
Yeah, Williams goes up here, comes down, but ooh, that's a tough call there for Williams to pick up her 3rd, as the Storm really need her in this one. As first one rolls around to the rim and eventually falls.
It's going to be Williams checking out, Rosen coming in.
Just an unfortunate game so far for the Storm. Already 4 fouls in the second. Got 5 in the first, and Williams already with 3. And Dakota
She's kind of been the bright spot for the Storm here, especially on offense.
Yeah,
but, I mean, defensively, too.
And Dakota Toll picking up her 2nd.
And there's Toll with the 3.
Just what I was saying, she has 2 fouls. She hits the well-needed 3 for the Storm. Really one of the senior leaders on this team.
And there's a steal from Toll.
As Durfee electing not to shoot it in the corner, now trapped and throws it out to Barker.
Here's Richwine on the drive. Finds Durfee on a crazy pass. Here's Durfee to Rosen. Barker up top, trying to find some space. Down to 1 second on the shot clock, and that's going to be a shot clock violation.
Yeah, they just didn't realize what the shot clock was out. As Redmond now going to do one of their trademarked full lineup switches. It makes sense now, 12-29, but earlier in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think it might even be partially just it's really hard defensively for the other team. I mean, if you have a team that has good enough chemistry to just make those big lineup changes all the time, you might as well, because it's really hard defensively to figure out a team when you're looking at a different lineup every 5 minutes.
As Storm gonna travel there, but Alex Carlson, the Panthers coach, has really done a really nice job with this team and just very well disciplined. As we see the travel there, but other than that, really just a well disciplined team and all around, like you were saying, to be able to build that chemistry, build that communication. You see it right when they switch and everybody in, and they immediately go back to a set offense, setting screens inside, and very impressive.
I mean, already you can see this defense communicating, working together, building these double teams, and there's a steal, and it's going to be a finish, most likely. Yeah, there we go. It's going to boost them up to 31.
As these Panthers can put points on in a hurry.
Chris loses ball, but they're going to call that a foul on the Panthers, so it'll stay with the Storm.
Foul on Redmond, number 22, Peyton Stewart.
As told to inbound the ball. Inbounded Durfee. Durfee tries to get into Rosen, but unable to. Then they're going to get another foul.
Yeah, another foul there.
Foul on Redmond,
So that'll be 4 fouls for each team with 3 minutes left in the second. Storm really need to get in the bonus here to capitalize off that and start hitting some points from the charity stripe.
Yeah, there's still a whole second half of basketball to be played, so I think if the Storm can just get a couple stops, get some points on the board here in the final minutes of the first half, they'll have the opportunity to crawl back into this game, but it's definitely an uphill battle.
As Panthers electing not to shoot the open three.
I don't think she knew she was open. Her head was just turned the other way.
Surprise there. She's been almost perfect from beyond the line, but able to get the inside points there. Just the Storm unable to match the offensive intensity of this Panthers team.
Oh my gosh, what a pass from Rosen. Just a laser. That was Mahomey-esque.
As see what the Panthers respond with. As the Storm cut the lead to 19 in the second. And they're going to need a lot more of that to happen on the offensive, and a lot of good defense here to even have a chance to come back in this one. Is pretty good defense so far this possession. The shot clock's down to 8.
And that three won't fall, but it's rebounded, and that's going to be a foul. So, yeah, is that going to be 2 more shots? Was that on the floor?
We'll see. Yeah, that appeared to be on the floor, but we'll take another look at that. Is going up.
Yeah, that's going to be 2 more shots.
Appeared to get a lot of ball there.
Yeah, these refs are being pretty tight, but I don't blame them because Storm really like playing aggressive defense, and I think that by playing a little tighter, officiating a little tighter, you kind of force them to play like a little more honest, but I think sometimes you just got to let them play. But, we always complain about officiating. We always say there's a reason that we're not refs.
Yeah.
We're up here holding microphones.
Yeah. Storm just falling on the other end of the calls here. As that happens. As Ballum will check back in for the Storm. Checking out is Toll. And Ballum's really been a bright spot this game for the Storm. Has been able to get all the way through the press. As Barker now looking for Ballum again. And Barker's going to take it herself. At least try to. And able to break the press.
Yeah, great defense there. It's going to be an immediate foul, so it's 2 more shots at the line.
Yeah, Barker able to break the press as the minute she gets beyond the half-court line, just
she
loses
swipes
it.
through the ball. And that first free throw will fall for Norton.
Second one, straight nylon. As the Storm just really unable to do anything from the offensive side of the ball, and the lack of offensive points has really led to this Panthers team having a lot of chances, and also the turnovers playing a huge factor.
And there's a great steal from Chris. It's going to be out of bounds, but some good defense.
Yeah, I feel like the Storm are playing pretty good defense. They're just allowing the Panthers to have too many offensive possessions. And then, of course, the foul trouble for the Storm. Of course, Williams with 3, Toll with 2. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Ballum has 2, too.
Yeah, I think another problem is just this Panthers team really shoots the lights out from 3, and it's really hard to play both. And this Storm team likes to kind of play the weakness, but to be honest, this Redmond team doesn't really have a weakness.
As the shot clock under 5.
Can't finish, gets her own rebound, that'll reset the shot clock. And no travel call.
Surprised there wasn't any foul or travel call inside there.
And there's a great steal. It's going to be a foul.
And they're going to call that foul on Ballum. Oh, no, sorry. They're going to call that on Redmond, number 20.
That was on Aspen Morris. Yeah, I don't. What was the call? I think it was just maybe a reach-in.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Official pointing to Ballum after that, immediately after the foul. So.
Yeah, kind of a chaotic play there. And first free throw fall for Ballum. Caps will check in for Morris.
As the Storm are going to need everything to start falling for them to get back in this one.
And there's an offensive rebound. It's lost. And there's a 3 attempt for Caps, won't fall.
As shot clock is dark with 23.3 left, and that'll be Summit ball. As I was going to say, hold the ball for the last shot, but I mean, they need points and they need them quick.
I would still hold the ball. I wouldn't want to give this Panthers team the opportunity to hit a big shot before half.
Yeah, but are you kind of at the point where you need points, and the turnover there?
Yeah, I think, like I was saying, I would play a little slower there. You have 23 seconds. There's no reason to rush it like that. And here's another 3 attempt from Caps. That one won't go either. And that one won't be off in time, but it falls.
Yeah. As we'll take a look at the first half highlights from the Storm, most of them defensive, as they have not had a lot on the offensive side of the ball. This first one here, Ballum losing it up top, going down, able to get the block. Second one here, also defensive, is going inside. Williams getting the block. And then I think this was probably the best play so far, is going inside, just a dot of a pass. As we'll catch you on the other end of the half here. The Summit Storm down 15-37 to the Panthers at half. We're back in the second half. If you're just joining us, I'm Pierce Gordon. With me is Finley Gober. And Panthers just dominating this game. Storm, really just the turnovers have been killing them on the offensive side of the ball, and that's just been the game, as the Panthers have hit their shots like they normally do, showing why they're the number 3 team in the state.
Yeah, the Panthers did a really good job early on setting up their outside game by playing a lot of inside offense. And you're seeing it again right here, and there's the conversion. And I think they're just going to do the same thing. Obviously, the Storm are going to try and adjust to that outside game. I mean, the Panthers hit 6 threes in that first half.
Yeah.
So the Storm are obviously going to try and adjust, and the Panthers are just going to do the same thing. They're going to lull them inside, and then once they get comfortable in there, they're just going to start shooting those threes.
As, in my opinion, the Storm's 3 best players, Dakota Toll, Emerson Williams, and this game, Kennedy Ballum. As Williams step back, gets fouled, go to line to shoot 2. But
that's her 3rd time drawing a shooting foul, and she missed both of her free throws last trip to the line. Hopefully she can convert this time. But yeah, she opened up the game really strong, Emerson did.
Yeah.
She hit a couple tough shots, and defensively too. She had 2 pretty major chase down blocks.
Yeah.
And so did Ballum, had that really impressive chase down block that you would just not expect from her. I mean, she's not super tall. But yeah, she just ran down, and she's been doing a great job on defense, and also a great job in traffic on offense.
As Williams hits a both, but I think adding to the Storm's list of problems this game, Williams 3 fouls, Ballum 3 fouls, Toll, she has 2 or 3, and
yeah, it's been a tough game. I mean, we're just praising Ballum, Williams, and Toll, and yeah, they've been in foul trouble. I think that's partially because, I mean, the effort defensively in there, and there's the block from Toll.
Yeah, just kind of falling on the other end of a lot of controversial calls this game, which will happen. As shot clock appeared to
What a
not
move from
reset.
Bollum, and the finish is there as well.
Yeah, as the shot clock appeared to not reset there. As Bollum looks up at the shot clock being at 6 and just dribbles inside.
I think that was a really good example of like when one of these girls wants to take authority, especially on offense, they can. This is a really talented team, and I think that they just need time to figure things out.
Yeah, a really young team as well.
Yeah, so which means that they have time to figure those things out.
Yeah. As Kennedy Bollum, a freshman, and passes it to Barker, also a freshman. Bollum really leading this team so far this game.
And there's a fadeaway from Bollum. That one won't quite fall.
As Panthers in transition, unable to get something going. Turn it over to Toll. Toll driving down.
She has a defender. Finish won't go, but there's the foul, so that'll be 2 shots for Dakota Toll. I'd like to see her just go up a little stronger with that. I mean, she's much taller than pretty much everyone on the court. Just go up strong, take her time, don't rush that. But either way, drew the foul, and hopefully she can convert from the line and get this Summit team some much-needed points.
As Panthers opting for the 3-girl substitution, not the 5 or the 4 that we saw before, but down to 3 now.
I think their favorite is 3. They do do the 3 most often. Both free throws are going to fall for Toll.
As their Storm are within 20 points now, and so far in the second half looking pretty good. If they can win 10 points in this half, that'll be a game. But that's a lot to do.
And that 3 won't fall. Good rebound from Chris. And here's Bollum just again showing great composure in traffic. She's been really thoughtful with the ball.
Yeah, a lot of basketball IQ there.
And here's Bollum. Oh, the pass goes off the basket. That's unfortunate because she had an open teammate in the corner.
Yeah, Chris wide open in the corner, and Bollum saw it, and just basket was in the way.
Could have been 3 more.
The Storm going to need another defensive conversion. So that's a good sign as the 3 rims in and out as Williams brings up the ball for the Storm, able to get past the press of Snow.
Just Williams inside, pulls up for mid-range. Yeah, and she drains it. She's been doing that all game.
Yeah, Williams just has a timeout from the Panthers.
I think they need that. I mean, this Storm team is rolling all of a sudden.
Yeah. And like I was saying, if they can win 10 points in this, and
yeah,
if you cut it within 10, it's a game.
Yeah, and how about the composure from Williams? I mean, she has the ball. She has like a little bit of space mid-range. I mean, you can look at it right here. She just kind of looks at the defender and she's like, okay, bet, and just shoots.
Yeah, very impressive from Williams there. Yeah, you're right. Just Williams creating her own space for herself and able to just go up and convert. And I think she was kind of surprised that they left her open for that much. As coming out of timeout here, Redmond taking a long time in their huddle. As I imagine Coach Carlson for the Panthers will have drawn something up in this timeout. As we have an officials timeout on the court, and appeared to be some confusion coming out of the timeout for the Panthers.
Yeah, we've some sort of mistake the lineup-wise, but got it figured out nonetheless. And that one won't go. Morris gets her own rebound, and here's a 3 attempt. Yep, we were waiting for that.
Yeah.
That's the 3rd open 3 attempt so far this quarter for the Panthers, and surprisingly the first one to fall.
Yeah, you can't, as Dakota Toll's wide open in the paint right now, as they don't pass her the ball, but you just can't let those offensive boards get back to the Panthers. In those scramble drills, the Panthers will always look for that 3 and get it a lot of the time.
Here's Chris, wide open for 3. It's off. It's going to be out of bounds. Panthers ball.
As the Storm really needed that one to fall as a response to the Panthers, but unable to, as Toll and Barker both checking out of the game, as Cross checks in.
as well as Richwine. Just Castro with the ball up top, hands it off.
Christ with some really good defense up top.
And that three is blocked, and that's going to be out of bounds. That looked like it was off the Panthers, but we're going to say it was off Williams, so it'll be
And we'll
Redmond
take
ball.
another look at that. Three goes up.
And yeah, she's trying to retain it. Looks like she lost the ball out of bounds, but nonetheless, Panthers basketball here. Shot clock does not reset. And yeah, they're going to call that one a foul.
As the Storm just falling on the other end of the whistle here. As driving inside, Chris recognizes that. Appeared to get a lot of ball.
Yeah, either way, good sell. And here's another open three, and that one's off. Tries to get the save, but there's no one there to snag it, so it'll be Summit ball.
And the Storm really earning that one.
Yeah, that was great defense a couple of times there.
As in transition.
What a pass from Richwine. Chris can't convert, and neither can Cross. And Chris again, and she gets it that time.
Chris on the first,
Maybe the missed shots were passes. Who knows?
Yeah, counts as an assist. Chris on the first one appeared to go up and get a pretty tough foul there, but no call there, and Storm able to convert with two.
And there's a good pump fake. One extra pass, and the shot's off.
Williams coming in and really impacting that ball as now you see her play defense on the top of the key.
And there's Yer. She loves that floater. Converts it, I think, for maybe the second or third time so far tonight. And what a move from Richwine to get open in the press. And she's just going to take it all the way down the floor and convert. Coast to coast for Richwine, the freshman swinging up her fourth varsity game. Almost gets a steal, and there's a steal for Ballum. Wide open in fast break. You betcha.
And that's a 4-point swing for the Storm. As I was going to say, Panthers brought this lead back up to 19, but the Storm cutting it right down by 4 points. As a timeout. Again, Carlson, Panthers coach, electing to take another one.
Yeah, how about Richwine there? Just gets the ball, and she's just like, you know what? I'm just going to do it myself. Takes it all the way down, dribbles through like 4 or 5 defenders, and then finishes over Stewart, who is much taller than Richwine.
Yeah, Richwine going to that offhand kind of floater from the side. Very smart. Tough ball to block there.
Yeah, she does a great job getting space on that finish. I mean, she's the smallest girl on the court, but she finishes really, really well, especially with her right hand.
Yeah, as she's gotten a lot of minutes on varsity coming up and has really used them all to her advantage. Has been very impressive, and as her first game swinging up that I recall, got a very impressive and one. As now Panthers bringing up the ball. And dishing around top of the key, elect not to shoot the three. Surprising there is Richwine with another almost steal as shot clock.
Great pass from Yer, and here's Snow down below, and she gets the foul call. So I think that's going to be 2 shots at the line.
Foul on play number 4, Peyton Kirk.
As I'm not sure the rules there on high school basketball. I know in NBA and college the hand is part of the ball, but not sure about high school.
Neither free throw falls for Snow. Cross comes up with the ball, and here's Richwine in transition. Ballum open, but ball's not there in time. She's going to drive. There's a great rebound from Cross. Kicks it out. Richwine again, and Toll up top. Richwine open for 3. Beautiful pump fake. 3's up. It won't quite go. Look at Richwine just running around on offense, doing everything. I mean, the shot didn't quite convert, and there's Cross with a steal. Toll mid-range jumper. It's off the front iron.
Oh,
But-
just a frustrating possession there for the Storm with
Yeah.
a lot of potential.
Yeah, like I was saying though with Richmond, she's just doing everything. I mean, yes, she didn't hit the 3, but she was just running around,
Effort.
moving the ball around. Yeah, she's earning her varsity minutes.
This is your first Summit girls game you're watching. Coming from the boys, a lot of I would allude her to Keon Taylor, really just scrappy player, able to get in, and yeah, very impressive.
Yeah, and again, if this is your first Summit girls game, Richmond hasn't been on this team all year. She actually is swinging up from the JV team, and she's been a huge impact player. This is her 4th time playing on varsity, and she's getting good minutes, and it's because she's earning them. And that pass is over Richwine's head from Ballum, saying, "My bad."
Unfortunate there with the momentum in the Storm's favor, but Storm unable to crack that 30 mark and haven't been for a while, but luckily this Redmond offense has slowed down a lot.
Yeah, I think that's partially attributed to the Storm's defense.
Yeah, especially Richmond. She's been locked down from D, and Chris, who isn't in the game right now, but because of fouls, but I really think she's been locked down from D.
And that 3 just lights out. There's the foul on the floor against Ballum.
Not a horrible foul to give for.
Yeah, I mean, no reason not to, really.
Yeah, for Yuri, just smart foul. That's
Yeah,
her second. And
had 2 to give, 17 seconds left, no shot clock. Ballum bringing the ball up.
Storm are going to need some points here going into the 4th quarter.
And yeah, that's going to be a travel.
With .2.
Yeah, Williams just trying to get open there with time running out. Can't really blame her.
As Williams appeared to have contact with her and decided not to go up with that, as Redmond can't get a shot off there. And we'll take a look at the Storm's pretty impressive plays this half, as this 3rd quarter here. So the first one here, Williams just inside, realizing she has the space, going up for it and getting it, and then Richwine just weaving through 2, 3, 4 Panthers defenders and able to get the basket. As we'll catch you in the 4th quarter.
And we're back for the 4th quarter. Summit had a really great 3rd quarter, actually. Only led up by, was that 7 points they led up against this
Around
Panthers
there,
team?
yeah.
I mean, they played phenomenal, but they really need to get going on offense here. I mean, this is a big deficit to crawl out of, but they got 8 minutes. We'll see if it's comeback season. Ballum finds Cross down below, and they're going to draw the foul there.
This Cross splits through defenders. If they didn't foul, that would have been an easy layup for her. And that's Snow's 3rd.
Little bit of foul trouble, but
Yeah, but not too much in the 4th quarter.
there's a step back for Williams. Nylon. Nothing but net. Williams going for the block there. And there's a steal for Cross. Looks to Ballum, Richwine under the basket. Puts it up and in. Shooter's touch right there.
And then Richwine's going to pick up a foul on the press, but that'll be her first, and really not a horrible foul to
I
give.
think she just got excited,
Yeah.
honestly.
And wow, what a 2-possession sequence for the Storm.
Yeah,
Getting
beautiful shot from Williams, and then great finish. And also a great steal from Cross.
As the Storm lucky that one doesn't fall, but Redmond with an easy layup and unable
Can't
to get
convert,
to fall.
and Richwine's going to find the ball. Weaves through 2 defenders. She finds Ballum on the back shoulder pass. It's Williams up top, back to Ballum. Ballum baseline. Floaters up, won't quite go.
Panthers almost losing it with the Storm press, but Storm looking very impressive in this 4th quarter.
Open 3, though, that's usually a problem. Not that time, though. Williams finds the rebound to jump all, or sorry, no, that was a foul. So Williams draws a foul, and that's going to be Storm ball.
Yes, we're going to chance to look back at the sequence for the Storm here. Really, the first one, Williams, beautiful step back. And then the second one here, Richmond, just inside and getting a bucket. As Storm top of the key. As they're going to say,
Called the timeout.
I'm going to say, Landis got the timeout there before the turnover for the Storm. Smart timeout there, as saw the official's hand go up right before the turnover, but that was milliseconds.
Yeah, great timeout. Coach Landis just saw that was not going to go well for the Storm.
No, and very, very good timeout. As Storm looking good for comeback season so far, but we know how deadly the Panthers are from three. 0 for 2 so far this half, as I think they had some open ones, but have forced a little bit with just how confident they are from beyond the arc. And cut you on the other end of the timeout here, as Storm drawing something up on the offensive side of the ball. Back, Storm inbounding it, getting it to Cross. She's top of the key, cutting inside.
Finds Chris outside. She drives baseline. Here's a floater.
A very good look there for the Storm, just unable to get it to fall.
Yeah, skims off the top of the rim. So here's the Panthers on offense.
And really
Good job not stepping out of bounds there. Good body control.
A large deficit to come back from the Storm, but really the difference between these two halves. Oh my. What a shot there.
One thing that hasn't been much of a difference is the three shooting for this Panthers, and there's Richwine splitting two defenders. She found Cross in the corner, and here's Dakota Toll for three. Finds a corner of the rim instead of the bottom of the net.
And that'll be a foul on Dakota Toll, and that's going to be her fourth.
Yeah, it looks like Norton might have gotten a little shaken up after that. Hope she's okay.
Her third. So, like we were saying, going into timeout, Redmond just deadly from beyond the arc, and that one.
I mean, yeah, someone was kind of on a roll there, and then it's just like completely taken away. Just that three will just suck the life out of your team.
That one from D1 range there.
And there's another three attempt. That one's off, though. Chris with the rebound.
Thought they forced that one a little bit. I mean, you're up by this much. There's no reason to use the full shot clock.
Bad pass there. It's out of bounds. Off Toll, trying to corral the ball. If I'm Summit on offense here, I mean, you're down by a whole lot. You need quick points. I want the ball in two people's hands, and that's Williams and Richwine. Those two have been super deadly on offense. Richwine just running around doing everything, and Williams is just an offensive weapon. She has a really deep bag. She's good at creating space for herself. I need quick baskets. I'm giving it to those two, at least right now.
As Cross is going to get the foul call, and will be Summit ball. But that'll be the third Redmond foul. 5:30 left. Two more, and Storm will be in the bonus. But as ball gets tipped out there, and will remain Storm ball. But as well as Redmond is playing, I mean, they are the third team in the state, and their record 16-4 really showing that. But Storm, if they didn't turn the ball over so much in the first, this could be a completely different game. And maybe if they had Richwine in the first,
yeah, she's been killer. I mean, she's breaking this press like it's no big thing. And here's a three from Williams. Rims out. And there's a travel call, so it'll be Summit ball.
Yeah.
Was that, what, like the fourth or fifth travel from the Panthers team?
It's one of those calls where Panthers she was swinging her elbows a little bit, and officials never like to see that. Didn't really want to give the tech there, so got to travel.
Here's Richwine. She loves that finish, but it won't fall that time.
The Storm now have a trap, and Dakota Toll able to get the ball.
She's fighting for it.
Lose it. As
out of bounds, it looks like, so it's going to go back to Summit again.
If we take a look here, falling to the ground, if you see the Redmond player, the back of the ball just hitting the edge of the paint there.
It feels like the ball's been on the east side of the court for the past 5 minutes.
Not a lot to show for it, unfortunately, for the Storm.
Yeah, there's a bad pass from Chris, and yeah, it's going to be an easy layup.
the Storm.
Unfortunately, because Williams was wide open for that 3. And it's going to be another bad pass.
And now the turnover is starting to haunt the Storm again as they try and press and almost get a trap. And now appear to have one.
Trap caps. Here finds the ball. And there's the finish. And she had an open teammate in the corner as well. A lot of options there.
Yeah. And I think that's the dagger in this one. Storm still playing really well and a lot to build on, but
Hey, 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
4 minutes, 20 points. We're getting close to March.
That's easy.
We're getting close to March. Could happen.
Maybe some early March Madness magic.
As good hustle from Williams and Chris able to save it. Back to Richline, over to Cross. Thought about the 3.
And it's going to be a foul. The ball hits the bottom of the backboard. It's going to be 2 free throws for Lucy Cross.
And from now on, Storm will be in the bonus here to look to see if they can capitalize off that. But I mean, every run that this Storm team has gone on, the Panthers have really responded, and that's just credit to their 3-point shooting. I mean, every run the Storm team has gone on, just been responded with a 3. So really unable to stop that. I mean, we were seeing how deep some of these Redmond players were pulling from 3. I mean, one of the most recent one was in between the logo and the line. As the lead for Redmond's now 20, but almost in March. Cross doesn't get the second one, but that kind of plays it to the advantage of the Storm as they get the rebound.
Yeah, good rebound from Durfee there. Barker up top, finds Williams. You know she's looking to score. She's been hot tonight. There's a mid-range jumper, and it's good.
Wonder if she'll bank for that one.
The fade to the baseline. It's a beautiful shot. I think she's really found her touch tonight, and she's getting a lot of shots up, too. I mean, in past games, she hasn't really been shooting a lot, but tonight, a lot of confidence with the ball, and that's out of bounds, so it's going to be summer ball.
Storm are going to need a lot more of those. Of course, 35-second shot clock implemented new this year. So that will play to the advantage of the Storm. So they're going to try and make this 18-point comeback with 3:15.
If they were playing like this all game, I think this game would have been a much different story.
Yeah, like I was saying before, the Storm just digging themselves into these holes in the first and unable to get out of it as Barker almost loses it, but able to get it up to Ballum. Gives it up for Chris. Back to Barker. Yeah, just impressive passing and control on the offensive end of the ball.
It's a good pass from Chris, leads to the foul draw from Durfee, so it'll stay with the Storm.
And should be 2 shots there as yep.
Yeah, it's going to put the Storm in bonus. Or sorry, the Panthers in bonus.
You got it right the first time. Storm in the bonus.
I was overthinking.
As Durfee the line shooting 2. First one hit every part of the rim and falls out. Unfortunate there as Storm really needed that one. But I mean, 3 throws are going to be a perfect way for the Storm team to get back in this one. I mean, no time off the clock. They're just going to need to start capitalizing off it.
Neither free throw falls there. Gets stuck with the ball, but finds Norton. Norton's trapped up top, dribbles her way out of it. There's a bounce pass. Finish won't finish. And here's Ballum.
Emerson Williams with the, don't want to call that a block, but very key defensive play.
Durfee draws a foul, so it's her second trip to the line in a row. See if she can redeem herself.
Yeah, if the Storm can continue getting fouls, I mean, I'll cut it close. You're going to need a lot of them to go to the line, but you need to start hitting them.
30 fouls, and the Storm will win this game. First free throw won't go. Here's Rosen checking in. She's going to take Williams.
And I imagine it's probably, yeah, that's probably the last we'll see of Williams is Storm now.
What a game for her, though.
Yeah. As Storm trying to sub in their bench players and get a
Free throw number 2 is going to fall. And Brucotis Flaherty will check in for the Storm. Going to take Chris Stout.
As imagine, this is the lineup we'll see for the rest of the game as ball enforcing the jump ball. Unfortunately, possession arrow favoring the Panthers. And that will reset the shot clock, of course, as Storm still pressing, and obviously by the jump ball it worked, but Redmond able to beat through it there.
And great defense there from Rosen.
Yeah,
Again,
Rosen
can't call that a block, but
Rosen kind of just letting the Redmond player just get too deep under the basket and not realize where she was, as wayward pass gets tipped out there as a 2-on-2, sorry. Barker on defense and able to affect the shot, but not able to get the rebound. And
yeah, we've been talking about the Panthers' three-point shooting, but their offensive rebounding has been off the charts. I mean, they've had like 2, 3, 4 looks on any given possession tonight. They've been incredible rebounding.
as Durfee to Rosen. Rosen tries to get the floater, unable to, and
it's going to be out of bounds off Caps, so it'll stay with the Storm.
interesting play by her. Was in position to save it and go back in, but decided not to. Maybe she thought that was off Storm players. Inside to Rosen. Rosen losing it. And Redmond in transition now. As losing it. Rebounded. Appeared to be Ballum as she dishes it to Barker up top. Barker driving inside, pulling up for the just outside the paint shot, and
there's Cotis Flaherty drawing the foul and the make. 3-point play opportunity, and she kind of got her own rebound like twice there.
Yeah, appeared to get as she'll shoot one here and cut the lead to 16 with 1:10 left.
That free throw is short.
Yeah, that's what a little bit of rust will do to you, of course, coming off the JV game and haven't played since, just been on the bench, so haven't really had a lot of shooting practice, and that's what that will do to you. As we're under a minute here. Panthers haven't really scored much as of late, but really haven't needed to.
They haven't needed to.
And as I say that, bucket inside.
And that shot won't go from Flaherty. Transition for the Panthers. And that layup's actually off, and it's out of bounds off the Panthers, so it'll be Storm ball. Shot clock is dark.
Thinking about your dog.
25 seconds left to go.
Let's see if the Storm will take a shot here, probably, and then I imagine Redmond will hold out, as that's going to be a foul on.
Thought it might have been a double dribble.
Yeah, I thought about that, but double dribble was forced by the foul there. As Storm can have an opportunity to get it over 40 here. Barker at the charity stripe, and first one rims out.
Free throw number 2 falls for Barker.
As we're under 14 seconds left, and Panthers still trying to score there, and
yeah, just pressing on.
I don't know about that one. There's 15 seconds left. I mean, you can hold the ball.
And that's going to do it. Final score, Summit 40, Redmond 60.
I feel like the Storm had a lot of promising moments in this one, just unable to capitalize on a lot of them. And just an unfortunate 20-point loss here, as Panthers improving to 17-4. Storm falling to 11-10. As Storm will face Mountain View again on the 19th, and that will be senior night. And Panthers have a home game versus Caldera next, also on the 19th. And that will do it from Summit High School. I'm Pierce Gordon. With me is Finley Gober, and an unfortunate loss for the Summit girls team, looking to bounce back, but saw some impressive moments at the end there. Signing off for now. We'll catch you on the 19th for Summit girls senior night against Mountain View.